This video is going to be a wee life update. Since launching my own online coach, I've had time to reflect and look back in the last few months. I want to show you guys the studio that I'm based in, where I have all my one-to-one clients. It's a very good and personal sort of space. So it's crazy to notice calories have slightly increased a little bit, and I've noticed the strength differences even if I'm in 40s there. It's been a while since I've actually been able to do that. Right guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a wee life update and kind of tell you what I've got planned for the rest of 2022. I'm also finally happy to see that I've finished the cutting stage, so I'm going to be heading into an off season as well, which I'll touch base on and talk to you about my new training program, as well as talk about my new calories and macros that I've got in place. I'm also going to talk to you about my online coaching that I've just recently launched, that I've been working on for a few months now, that I'm really looking forward to share with you.
They still trying to find a way to win. Had the girl that's when it all began. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, got with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid. I just gotta keep my head up.
So it's currently 10 AM and it's Friday morning, so for my clients that means it's check-in morning. So for those of you who don't know what a check-in is where I get a breakdown of my client's week. I read through it, I have a look at the things that they've done well and the things that they might need to improve on, and I give them a wee breakdown, a wee video via Loom, which is a very impersonal, in-depth check-in. And what I do is I just set you up for the following week. So personally for me, I like to do my check-ins in the morning. It means I can get all this check-ins sent out for the afternoon. And it means my clients can then go ahead and plan the rest of their week over the weekend as well. So I'm just going to show you one of my client check-ins. So this is my client Leo, who's currently working with me online, and he's following a squat, bench and deadlift strength program. So he's flying at the moment, he's doing really well. We're about to test his 1 rep max next week, which is really cool, so stay tuned for that. But what it is here, he's giving me a breakdown in his weight, he spoke about hydration, he spoke about how his trainings went over the course of the week. He's also giving me a wee protein update, because that's one of the goals we have set for him. We've set him a very high protein target, so he's giving me proteins and he's hit it comfortably every single day during the meal plan that I've given him to follow. Sleep, very vital, as obviously rest and recovery. That's very good, 70 hours every single night for him, and again, step count. Another factor that I do look at is lifestyle and how you're feeling in general out with the gym, as that can come into obviously your life within the gym. You may not want to be eating certain food, you're falling off track, all that sort of stuff. So as a factor we do look at, and what I do from this breakdown is I take it all in, I give my wee feedback video via Loom. I'll open the Loom video up and give you a wee look at what it looks like. So from here, Leo, check in, open that up, and you get me in the bottom corner. Just giving a wee breakdown of the week. So my check-ins can last between 3 minutes if you've done everything absolutely bang on. I don't really need to press you for anything, or sometimes go up to 10 minutes if maybe we've got some work to do. I need to give you some improvements to do, and obviously some recommendations to try and better your week that's coming. So all my online and one-to-one clients all have a calorie target and a macro target to follow, okay? So what I do is I've gave them their own meal plans to follow, but if I want to maybe switch it up and try something different, I've also got an RH coaching meal guide. So if anybody's out there and they're maybe just looking to try and switch up some meals, try something different, drop me a wee DM, I can send you this over, no bother at all. It's got about 20-25 meals on it, all very high protein, lower fats, decent carbs, got a mixture of everything in it. So since launching my own online coach, I've had time to reflect and look back in the last few months of obviously having an online coach myself, which is Ben Bray, and really looking at it, the accountability is the main factor I do see that has kind of benefited me and it's kind of taken me to where I am today. Quite a lot, it's quite easy to fall off track and maybe sometimes slip up and miss a session and go out for food and nights out. But see, having that one person in your corner, obviously motivating you when you need it, but also kind of giving you a wee telling off, and maybe you've fallen off track a little bit and trying to get you back on track. So if somebody's looking for an online coach, that's something I would look at. For people who aren't looking for an online coach and you're just looking to have that a bit of accountability, make sure you find a training partner that's going to hold you accountable, or else make sure you get an app, which I use TrueCoach, as I find that's best for me and all my clients, and make sure you're filling in progressive overload and tracking all your sessions. So that's check-in's now complete, and I want to show you guys the studio that I'm based in. So this is the studio here where I have all my one-to-one clients. I'm based in here 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and then I also have 1 day a week up at Elite Fitness in Uddingston. So as much as I have launched my online coaching, I'm still very invested in my one-to-one clients. So I built this place in lockdown. It's a very good and personal sort of space, so when my clients come in, they get the full one-to-one treatment. There's no extra clients in there or any extra members in our gym or other PTs. So I do love having this private space. There's quite a lot of people who maybe got a bit gym shy and a bit intimidated to go into gyms. So what they do is they come in here, they build their confidence up, and from here they're able to go into all the bigger gyms and they're going confident, knowing exactly what to do as we went over form and control and etc. So originally I got this place thinking I was going to be a power lifter a few years ago. So I've got an Olympic bench, I've got a squat rack, and I've got a deadlift platform as well. And now obviously since I've spoke to you about my previous videos, I'm not really doing too many compound lifts, so that's changed a little bit. But we've got a big dual cable here, which is brilliant. Love having one of them in here. It lets me do pretty much every exercise that you can get in the gym on a machine. So it is good having that. I've got all different attachments as well. I've got a big speaker as well, which when that's on, it's a big party boomer. It's got lights and all that coming out of it. We've got dumbbells going from 1 kilogram up to 30 kilograms. And we've also hopefully in the next month or so extended out the back, and we're going to be having some more leg equipment as well as some cardio machines and some skiers, rowers, etc. So it'll be good once that's in, that'll feel really complete, it'll be a full gym from then. So about to start our chest and back session, so there's going to be a good upper body pump obviously. Back movements going to be working the biceps, pulling, and obviously chest movements which are pushing away from your body is going to be working triceps. So get on around upper body pump. I'm not going to follow any structure today. My programme for my off season starts on Monday, but I'll talk a bit more in depth obviously throughout the session.
Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back.
So obviously as I'm now entering an off season as of Monday, so currently I've been reversing my diet right now. I'm trying to get my maintenance calories back up a little bit, so obviously when we do start to cut again for summer 2023, my calories aren't sitting too low. So what we're doing right now, we're just going to increase my calories gradually every single week, so adding a few hundred on until we get to around 3,000, 3,500. We're going to stick at that for a little bit. So right now I'm currently sitting at 2,500. As of next week I think we'll be jumping up closer to 3,000, but Ben hasn't really told me yet as of exactly what it's going to be at. But that means more energy, it also means bigger lifts, and the strength will be coming back soon, so I'm looking forward to it.
Back, we ain't done with that. She be showing cat, I'm a dog on that. We ain't talking cat, we gon' run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Right, so as you guys have already seen from the full day of eating that I've done, that my foods are quite simple and they're quite boring, so obviously I've been using different sort of spices and all to make it a bit more interesting. But as I do enter this off season, it's going to be still kind of similar to that. The only thing is we're adding volume, okay, so it'll be a little bit more of everything, but obviously the carbs will be increased. I've been on limited carbs for maybe about 3 months now. We're not limited, I started off at 100 grams, we gradually cut it down to 75 grams, 50 grams, and then in some meals took it out completely. So what I was going to notice in the next couple of weeks is my carbs will be increasing, which means my energy levels will be coming up as well.
She be showing cat, I'm a dog on that. We ain't talking cat, we gon' run it back. Shotties in the back, wanna run it back. We ain't turning back.
So it's crazy to notice, obviously post Marbella, since I've been back for the last few weeks now, my calories have slightly increased a little bit, and actually it's due to my carbs obviously being increased. And I've noticed the strength differences, even just lifting 40s there. It's been a while since I've actually been able to do that for 3 sets at 6 to 8 reps. So it's good to see that strength is already coming back with only a slightly bit extra calories there. So the next couple of months, who knows what numbers I'll be hitting, maybe I'll be back up to 50s soon. So for context, my calories at the end of my cut, just before I was going to Marbella and Ibiza, was roughly down at 1,800, but still my protein being nice and high up at 220 grams. Whereas obviously coming to the off season now, we're going to build our way up to 3,000 calories, then move up to 3,500 calories over the course of the next few months, and probably maintain at that for a little bit and see how my body reacts to it. But again, carbs will be higher, fats will remain not too bad, and obviously protein will be nice and high again. So when setting your calories and what to obviously have in a daily intake, it's important you don't increase them or decrease them depending on what your goals are too much. Obviously if you're increasing by 500 calories, that'll be far too much. Your body might either be over consuming or under consuming. So what I tend to do is, my goal is to gain weight. I'll just put 200 calories up my maintenance calories, sit on that for 2 weeks. If I gain weight, I keep that the same. If I don't gain weight, I then increase it again by a further 200 calories until I start gaining weight. And that way you're not going to be overdoing it.
Cut it back, nah, nah, nah. We gon' keep it going till somebody crash. And I'ma keep on going, records keep on spinning, all in all. We gon' run it back till we touch down. We gon' run it back till we fall down.
So that's first exercise complete now. We've done incline dumbbell press, so we're now going to move over onto a pull exercise. Going to a lat pull down. Key focus here is keep the chest pushed up, shoulders pinned back. Want to focus on driving the elbows into the back pocket, really engaging the lats. Always keep the control button both with positive and negative movements.
She be showing cat, I'm a dog on that. We ain't talking cat, we gon' run it back. Run it back, run it back.
Right, so moving on to our second back exercise. So again, this session is going to be lat focused for our back movements. So again, elbows tucked in, chest pushed out, shoulders pinned back. Focus on driving the elbows into the back pocket. Again, tucking the elbows into the back and really feeling a big squeeze. So with an increase in calories, that's now allowing me a little bit extra energy. So now going into sessions that I know I can push myself a little bit further and also hopefully see a big increase in weight. So previously in my cut, I was using more sort of plate loaded, machine loaded stuff, as that was like, you're using less energy doing that, exerting less energy, obviously setting up, etc. Whereas now with a wee bit extra energy in the system, I'm able to go into barbell movements, dumbbell movements, setting myself up. I won't be using too much energy, or I've got extra energy to burn. So I'm looking forward to see how my lifts go. Really going to push progressive overload across all my lifts. And again, I'm using a thing called the 3 strike rule. If I do 3 weeks or 3 sessions and not progress, we're going to take it out, substitute it with another lift, and then focus on that. So my programme overall won't change too much. It's pretty much all my life I've always changed my push-pull legs. There might be a few different days in where we might have hamstrings in the back, but for now it's not going to change too much. And obviously stuff like incline dumbbell press, maybe possibly a barbell press as well, will be coming into my push days as well. We're going to do some exercise like bent over row and back days.
Shawty's in the back, wanna run it back. We ain't turning back, we ain't done with that. She be showing cat, I'm a dog on that. We ain't talking cat, we gon' run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
So at my lowest, my body weight was 76.6 kilograms, I think it was, and now I'm bordering on 79 kilograms. So post Marbella, I have added on maybe close to half a stone. But again, my goal now is in this off season just to try and gain a little bit of tissue to kind of give that all round frame to my physique. I don't have an exact weight goal to be, whereas some people's goals, they might have specific targets to hit. For me personally, and where I want to go in the future, I want to promote being lean all year round while still enjoying myself, but sticking to a good routine. So that's a wrap on the full session, guys, and you've got a wee insight kind of what my plans are going to be for the rest of the year and going into 2023. So that's me just launched my online coaching. If you're looking for an online coach, click the link in my bio or drop me a DM. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe.